How you doing, Mr. Gonzalez? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, my friend. The floor
Awesome.
is yours. Thanks for being with us tonight. So
Oh,
excited to
thank
get
you,
you,
sir.
man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, we're back again, guys. I'm excited to be before you this evening because tonight we have a treat. There's several of you out there that are of the female persuasion sometimes, or of a spouse that is helping some others that works with a legal shield person and that does a lot of things and is not often seen. And today we have a perfect representative, the network vice president, the first lady herself, bronze executive director, also a $50,000 ring earner, Miss Rebecca Gonzalez. Are you with us, Miss Gonzalez?
I am with you. Thank you so much, Mr. Lewis.
How you doing this evening?
I'm fabulous. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You're shining, girl. You're shining.
Daniel's got all the tech set up in here, so I can't take credit for any of that.
Oh, you're doing a great job. I'm proud. I'm excited for you. So listen, I'm gonna jump right into it because I don't want to waste
Let's
any
do it.
time today. And one of the things that is always pressed on people is, how does a couple really do it? How does a couple come together and really do it? Because look, you got a large family. I mean, you're almost the
Yes.
Brady's, right? So how do you do it? How do you guys bring this all together? How do you get it done?
You know what? It's all in communication. It is absolutely all in communication. And that's not just in work, but in any relationship. So the way that we have found over trial and error to make our business and our family work together is keeping communication open and being really specific with what each of our priorities are, with what we need from the other person. We can't, we've learned that we can't just assume. I'm not going to assume that, Daniel knows I need him to do these things. No, I'm going to write it down, put it on the calendar, say, hey, at this time, we have to be at this place, and vice versa. He'll tell me, hey, at this time, you've got to call. What do you need from me to make this happen? So it definitely all comes down to communication. And then I would also say having really clear expectations and boundaries. Wow. So, it's a known thing for me and the family that when daddy's in his office and the door is shut, that we don't bug him. We wait till he comes out, right? And on the same end of that, Daniel knows that between 8 and 1, I am not doing any work. That is homeschool time with the kids. That's playtime, part-time, all of that stuff. So keeping communication open and expectations clear.
Rebecca, it's interesting that you say that because it seems like you got this system set up, right? To get it done. Obviously, because you guys have had some success, there's got to be some kind of system. A question that I have is because legal shielding itself, right, is such a dynamic business. You got people calling you here, events all over here, things popping up, needs, private Zooms, all kinds of stuff that sometimes doesn't care about the cadence of time, right?
Right.
So how do you organize all of that? How do you keep that in stride so that way everything can kind of work together the right way?
Well, I think everyone is looking for the wonder tool that will help them stay organized. And I've learned that it doesn't matter if you have the most expensive planner or organizing app on the market, or if you've got one that you picked up at Dollar Tree. The one that's going to work best for you and your family is the one you're going to use. So that's what Daniel and I have found. And even with the kids, we write everything down. The kids know that, on Tuesdays we go to the library, on Thursdays we go to the farmer's market. We know that on Monday nights, they get to watch a little extra TV because it's Monday Night Live, right? So we are very pen and paper with things like that. So we just plan. If we don't plan it, things get lost and everybody is in a bad mood.
Something I wanted to ask you that's pretty interesting, right? Because you've had the opportunity to do what everybody had to do post-COVID, right? And so COVID came and everybody all of a sudden became a homeschool type of parent to some degree, right? So the funny thing was that you were a homeschool mom prior to that, right? You were living that life, and you were also the term that you like to use, a mompreneur, right? Yeah. And so then you became a homeschool mom, a mompreneur, and a stay-at-home mom. So listen, let me ask you, what does it really look like to be wearing all three of those hats? Okay. And, what tips can you share for all those individuals that may have jumped into your lifestyle for a brief period in the midst of all of this?
So I guess I would say, for one, whatever you're doing, you're making it, you're doing a great job. Give yourself a pat on the back. It's not been an easy year for anyone,
Right.
and just keep moving forward. Don't get stuck in the trenches. But I guess to make it all work, you have to have designated work time. You have to have designated kid, family, school time. But then you also have to be able to weave them all in together. There are some things that I can do with some work things that I can do out with the kids. They know that if I get, a prospect or something that I want to chat with, hey, hold on, mommy's got to make a call. And I'm very open with anyone that I introduce Legal Shield to. Hey, I am a stay-at-home mom. You're going to hear some screaming kids in the background. This is just how we do business. And it's been welcomed.
So wait. I want you to hold on right there, because that's big. That's major, right? Because a lot of times, you talk to individuals and they feel like they have to kind of set up a false narrative in order to help people get recruited into this thing, not realizing, hey guys, we work from home. That's what we're telling people. And so you're saying that you actually tell people, hey, I got my babies in the background. So and it works for you.
Absolutely, because we're all real people. None of us have, unless you've got a 24/7 nanny, we don't have the ability to completely step away and make quiet phone calls. It's just not going to happen. So I let them know, hey, this is me, real life. And then they know that I'm a safe place where they can come to me with their real life as well.
Wow, that is big. That's a big note. I think that's exciting, right? That we use the truth of the situation, because if people could see you doing it amidst all of that, that might build some confidence in them and let them know, hey, I could do this too, even though I have all of this going. So, okay. So let me ask you, and so your spouse is the network vice president, right? And so of the state of Florida, right? This gentleman is a leader, right? And we appreciate him for what he does. So how do you manage your spouse? We know who the boss is. How do you manage your spouse? How do you get him to where he needs to be?
Gently. I heard someone say months ago, it had to have been a while ago because it was at a live event. It's not about competing with your spouse, especially in business, but in completing. Nice. So we find ways that, and that is not me. I hate that I can't remember who said that, but it's completing your spouse, right? So we find ways where we fill in each other's gaps. Nice. If he knows that I've got, new associates that are doing their launches or a big ladies of justice event, then Daniel will do dinner, or he'll get the kids to bed, or, he'll do whatever it is that I need, and vice versa. So just depending on the season, we give each other what we need realistically and tangibly.
So basically it's just teamwork, right? I mean, you guys are just working together cohesively. I'm going to ask you another question, which is really interesting, right? Because one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that when you come home, right? And we've seen a lot of people that had legal success in Legal Shield do this, is they work from home all day long. Mm-hmm. So you not only work from home all day long, but you work from home and you got the kids at home all day long, right? So how do you manage to work so closely with everybody all day long and still have your wits about you and show up on an interview smiling? Like, how do you do that, right?
Well, one of the cool things about working from home with the kids in front of us is we're teaching them, for one, we're teaching them that this lifestyle is a very tangible possibility, but we include them on everything. Like they know right now why we're doing this. They know why I'm doing this. They know that mommy is passionate about letting other women know, other moms know that this is an option for them too. If you ask our oldest, what the details to our 90-day run are, he knows, because we include them in everything because we are so close together.
Wow.
But we also ask them, hey, when we're done with this 90-day run, where do you guys want to go on vacation? How can we celebrate? Because we're all doing this together.
So you're saying that bribery is involved?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No, seriously, that is good. I love that. So basically they know where you guys are going, and so they share and have a vested interest, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I think that's definitely exciting. That's something that we all we bribe our kids. Thank you, Daniel.
Out of all the things.
We all have to stay there. So let me ask you, you mentioned what that you do, that you prospect and that you do them different things, and you're trying to work in different realms. Let me ask you, as a representative of Ladies of Justice, right? A person that works in that realm, what do you feel that you want to bring? What is the biggest asset you want to bring to Ladies of Justice? What would you like to, coin in Ladies of Justice, if you will?
What I would like to bring to Ladies of Justice is, well, I think the season that I'm in right now with littles and play dates and things like that I want a space for women that are in that same situation that can bring all of their real life, their screaming babies, their diaper bags, their lunch boxes, and say, hey, where do I fit in, right? And develop a safe, nurturing, empowering space for us.
I think that's awesome. I think that's really awesome. Let me ask Rebecca Gonzalez, what's your goal? What do you want to get accomplished? You and your husband, what's your goal on the board by December?
Oh, by December, we are running for the $100,000 ring.
I see the smoke. I see the smoke.
And it's like, it's all over the house too. There is no secret. Our friends come over. Hey, what's this about? Let me tell you. Hey, our babysitter comes over. What's this? We're going to tell you because we are committed and there's no, that's it.
That's it. Well, let me ask you, Rebecca, it seems like you've got all of this together, right? I mean, I'm really excited to be sharing space and time with you. I mean, what is your work? I mean, is Daniel your workout partner? Do you have another workout partner? Like, what do you do? What do you use to help complete you? And how do you balance your workout partnership ish?
Yeah.
Ish. I mean, what I mean? Okay.
Right.
How do you do that? Well, I mean, who's Rebecca's, Miss Gonzalez's workout partner?
That's a good question. And I think I have multiple workout partners that offer different areas of encouragement and support. I mean, I know you and Daniel are workout partners. Yep. And if Daniel was my workout partner, like he's your workout partner, I would never speak to him again. That's a little too much tough love for me. And he knows that. So he would never try to be my workout partner like that. But I have Daniel Gonzalez. I have Michelle Lockhart. She's Josh Lockhart's wife. She and I are really close and in a very unique situation because we do play the same roles, for our spouses as encouragement and whatnot. So I think I pull different needs from different people.
Okay. So you get different. So Rebecca, where do you find time for yourself? I mean, like, that's sore spot.
It all goes back to planning. It really does.
Okay.
We all have the same amount of hours in the day. Mm-hmm. And if we get up on time and it's on paper and we schedule, okay, from this time to this time is my time. And then you have to honor that. You have to respect it. Your spouse has to see why this is important. Just the same as with Daniel. I'm like, hey, I think maybe you need to go fishing. Like, you have to recognize you have to take care of yourself. It is no less important than, your training Zooms or your business launches.
That's exciting. I got one more question for you before we wrap this up, right? And the next question is, I think, and you can confirm that you're a large believer in personal development, mm-hmm. right? What does your personal development look like? And if you wouldn't mind, what's your favorite book?
Oh man. Well, I think my personal development, my favorite book is probably The Good Book, because I think it all comes from that. And that's definitely something that we share with our kids too. So that's a regular, right? And then other than that, we read so much personal development. You actually gave me my first personal development book, and it was Eat That Frog. And we still joke about it. I'll be putting something off and Daniel will look at me and say, eat the frog. I'm like, oh.
He's good at that. He'll remind you. Well, listen, it's been exciting interviewing you today. It's a bit surreal because I've seen a lot of your growth in leadership. I'm so excited for you, proud of you, to be honest. But do you have any final words for all those moms out there, all those individuals that are out there doing it like you're doing it? And I'm just going to add this one personal thing. My wife, serves basically one of the same roles as you do in the business. And, one of the things that, people always don't know is that, that you guys end up being the backbone of the business. Like, I don't even know where I'm supposed to go half the time. Like, she just puts me in a position to get it done. Mm-hmm. Right. And so I'm so excited about that she is able to help support me to do that. I'm just a face guy and she looks better than me. That should tell you something. So what I'm saying to you is, do you have anything to say out there to all those individuals that play not only your role, but also are working the business as well? And are keeping things running. What do you have to say for them as a closing note?
Well, I guess my closing note would be, to those that are in this position, be specific with your time. Take Marie Kondo your calendar. Take everything off of it and only put back the stuff that needs to be on there, right? And be really, really strict with it. And then also for women and just anyone in the business that happens to meet a mom, don't assume that because she's busy or because she's this or that she wouldn't have time to take a look at a business like this, because our time is so valuable. We deserve to know where the best investment of our time would be. And then also, if you're a mom, don't think that.
Well, Rebecca Gonzalez, it's been a pleasure, my dear. Ladies and gentlemen,
so much.
You welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been our interview for this evening. And that's all on Interview with Success. Back over to you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Now, this is an interesting twist on date night here, I'll tell you what. I appreciate you, Mr. Lewis, again for an incredible interview. And of course, my beautiful wife, Rebecca, thank you so much. Incredibly proud of everything that you've done and your continued growth. So I appreciate you both. And we're going to move right along with the next segment. So have a great night, guys. And I'm sure I'll see you both very soon. Oh, man, it's a family business, right? So again, that was Miss Rebecca Gonzalez. She is definitely the better part of this relationship here. So guys, look, real big news I got for you today. We have an incredible event that everyone, like Miss Gonzalez just said, you need to schedule in the important stuff. This is something that you definitely want on your calendar. Miss Melissa Wilder, right, is going to do an APT, which stands for an Advanced Product Training. And I tell you what, folks, I am so excited about this event because I got a sneak preview. Earlier today at this presentation that she's going to do, this class that she's going to put on, guys. It is going to be amazing. So if you've been waiting for a class to learn about everything that Legal Shield does and how to use and incorporate everything, guys, it's going to be off the chain. So please make sure, put it in your calendars. The link is in the Legal Shield calendar. So if you don't know where to find the calendar, you go to www.legalshieldcalendar.com and you look on October 24th. It is going to go down 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central Time. But for my Floridians here, right, that's from noon to 3 p.m. So just make sure you get your entire team in on that because it's going to be amazing. You not only you are going to walk out of there more empowered with the knowledge that you need to go out and be more successful with Legal Shield, but your team will walk out of that training absolutely on fire. And if you guys missed the national convention, Mr. Don Thompson was gracious enough to extend the Manager Madness bonus, which means if you got started anytime after October 1st, folks, you have an opportunity to make $1,000 bonus for hitting manager in your first 45 days, right? So as long as you're recruited by the 31st, which means, look, I'm speaking to associates that aren't even recruited yet. That's right, because today's only the 19th. That means that you still have the opportunity. If you got started, or even if you got started way before and you missed out on the opportunity to cash in on that manager bonus, you could go out and get a matching bonus. Guys, look at this, a $750 matching bonus for everyone that you recruit into your Legal Shield business and you help them get to that manager position in 45 days. But remember, it started October 1st and it ends October 31st. Everyone that's recruited in that space are the ones that are going to be able to take advantage of this. So please go out there and get in there because you still got 10 days, 12 days. I can't do a math. 11 days, right? Tell you don't got to be smart to do this business. That's all I'm saying, right? So look, again, during the national convention, folks, we launched a leadership university, a Legal Shield Leadership University. We announced that it was going to launch. It actually launches this Thursday. We have our first class this Thursday. If you didn't get a chance to register, I highly recommend you go out and do it. We're going to send you 2 amazing books. We're going to send you Build an Empire by Mr. Brian Carruthers, the updated version, right? And we're going to also send you the Mr. Don Yeager wrote a book. There's a 16 characteristics of greatness, and he made a special edition just for Legal Shield. So please take advantage of that. Again, I'm going to put this on the screen. If you haven't registered for the class, it's on a discounted price right now of $198. You could register by texting 888-829-9425. Again, that's 888-829-9425. Text the word leader to that number and you will get prompted to put in your information in there and it'll walk you through the steps. If you're in Canada, we have an email that you could email to opt in for that as well. So make sure you're taking advantage of that. It is going to be off the chain.